Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video, and in this video I decided that I was going to be doing something a little bit different. I decided that I was going to read a troll pasta, and if you guys don't know what a troll pasta is, it's basically like a creepypasta, except it's sort of like a parody on creepypastas, because there are a lot of bad ones out there with a lot of really crappy writing and very, very poor English and lots of misspellings, and troll pastas are basically the poorness of a lot of creepypastas, just taken up to not just 11, like taken up to 30. Most of them are very, very bad on purpose, but something interesting about 666.exe is that despite the title clearly sounding like a troll pasta, this was meant to be a serious creepypasta, but it was so horribly written that it ended up being on the Trollpasta wiki, and I have never read it before, so I decided that I was going to read it now. I'm Eddie, as most of you should know from my username. Okay? You can just tell from the first line that this is definitely, like, you can understand why this is classified as troll pasta. What happened to me was a true story. I still have the horrid memory in my mind to this day. It was a true story, so did it used to be a true story, but like it's not a true story anymore. Like this English doesn't make any sense. The discovery. Most of the stories on Creepypasta Wiki are pretty scary and pretty awesome, but there is one story that caught my eye the most. Username 666. There isn't a proper story on the Creepypasta Wiki, but it does get me quite tensed up. Okay, that's, again, very, very poor English, and when you have to write a creepypasta about an existing creepypasta and acknowledge the existence of that pasta and not have it be like a sequel made by a fan, then this is obviously like a very, whatever. Well, anyway, last year in September 2011, I was just surfing the internet in hopes for finding some cool games I could play or anything that has Mario or Sonic in a mix with Zelda. That would definitely be a fan game. I don't think that Nintendo would ever do something like that. I did manage to find one game with Sonic and Zelda in a game clashed together, but due to the poor ratings and how crappy it was, I gave up on the first level. I then decided to surf somewhere else and then remembered something. Congregate. Okay, if it has poor ratings, then why would you even give it a chance, especially if you'd have to pay for it? Like, imagine paying for a game that had a 1-star rating. You're literally you're putting yourself into something that you know is going to be bad, so it's really your fault. Anyway, I remembered how they could have some awesome games there, so I decided to go there and ended up in Make Your Own Tower Defense game, which I loved so much. I then thought of playing it for a while. I did until the chat beside the game. Until the chat beside. Again, the English is very, very, very poor on this. Very strange things started occurring with the strange user 666, which is completely spelt out because, as we all know, millennials spell out their numbers. But no, they don't. They don't spell out their numbers. I actually spell out all of my numbers to appear smarter than everyone else in the comment section on YouTube, but I guess most people don't really care about that. Is that what I think it is? I asked myself, thinking about the name 666. Never seen a user called that. And then I thought rushed into my mind. Sometime in 2010, the user 666 got banned permanently for making strange chanting on his channel. I even saw a bit of it. How horrible was that? Very horrible. And then all the users on the chat disappeared, and I was only left with myself and 666. Here's how the conversation went. Me equals Eddie23911. 666 equals 666, but spelt out. Okay then. Me, where'd everyone go? 666, they left. Me, what, how? They got scared of me. Wait a second, you got banned in 2010, yet you're still here. But you're playing a video game. You're not chatting on YouTube. Like, he wasn't banned on like whatever you're playing right now. He was banned from YouTube. Not only his username was different than 666 in numbers. His also, what's the point of like saying me equals Eddie23911 and 666 equals 666 spelled out? Like, we know if you put down me that that it's yourself talking, And if it's 666 in numbers, that's probably going to be 666 spelled out. You don't need to tell us that that me equals your username, because obviously it would. It's you talking. It's like I think that before anyone writes a creepypasta, they should look up a tutorial on it, because if you don't like at least get some advice, your story is going to end up like this. And I would assume that anyone wouldn't want that. What? How? They got scared of me. Wait a second, you got banned in 2010, and yet you're still here. Yes, I am the devil, and I can never be banned from anything. Well, that's, they're throwing all subtlety out the window, aren't they? Like, they don't even, like, stop to think, oh, maybe we should, like, keep, like, him being the devil a secret, but no, they just say it straight up, like, at the very beginning of the story. Me, oh I see, you're just a hacker, nice try. There's a lot more to learn. At that point, a pop-up appeared with just a black background and white text saying 666.exe with the download button at the bottom, and then this appeared in the chat. Play and you'll regret it. But there's no way to get rid of it. The pop-up will follow you until it's downloaded. Then, all of a sudden, the entire chat on CongretGate came back, and the people were there, but when I looked for 666. Actually, it disappeared from the list. I was just horrified to what I saw. Oh, God. It's... How can you unintentionally make a story this poor? And what 666 said was amazingly true. Every page I went to, the pop-up appeared over and over. I got fed up with this S word and fired up Cam Studio to get ready to record the footage. I announced my name in the video, did all the crap I always do in my Let's Play on YouTube, and then clicked the download button, getting curious to find out what happens next. The 666.exe game, the 3 options. Well, so you're telling this in chapters, or like, are these like sequels to the same pasta, but it's in the same This doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the download took about 4 minutes to start up, so I just discussed my updates coming up very briefly. The game finally came up. Okay, let's see what this BITCH has to offer as I talked to my audience. I clicked open, and then the game started. To my amazement, it didn't seem like anything to do with 666 at all. Instead, there was a red background with dark letters saying 6, but... What? Whoa, wait, let me reread that for a second. Okay, let's see what this BITC, you know what I mean, has to offer as I talked to my audience. I clicked open, and then the game started. To my amazement, it didn't seem like anything to do with 666 at all. Instead, there was a red background with dark letters saying 666. Yes, that makes complete sense. It doesn't have anything to do with 666, yet there's a red background with dark letters saying 666. Of course. It literally has everything to do with 666 possible, and you're saying that doesn't have to do with okay, what was this like trying to like was he trying to do character development or something, whatever the heck his name was started out as a retard and he eventually got smarter as he went through, because right now he's a complete idiot. He doesn't even sound like your average idiot. He literally is just full-on mentally disabled, as this is how he tells a story. I'm just saying. There are 3 options. Start your death, settings to your death and exit. Very nice English. I started to feel quite tensed up and wondered why death was included in the menu. I started to have a strange feeling in my gut, like my brain was telling me to get out of this game before it is too late. I ignored the feeling and started to explore the settings menu. I was then horrified from the tips of my toes all the way to the top of my head. I was trembling in fear to what I saw, and this is exactly what it said. Settings to your death. Who do you want to be killed by? 666/Satan/an exorcist. When do you want to be killed? As soon as I finish playing, / as soon as you meet 666 again. How do you want to die? Stab / eyeball cutting / intestine ripping / eaten. I'm not sure if your eyeball is being cut necessarily equals death, but whatever. Go back to menu. Okay, guys, obviously the 666 dude wants to F around with me, crap. What? That... My screen is getting like tan. It's like this creepypasta is so crappy that the screen actually starts to stain with the badness of it. I said to my audience as I was covered with fear and curiosity. I then decided to end this crazy footage by saying, "Alright guys, I might as well exit now. This is starting to become suicidal." That doesn't make any sense. I clicked exit, and then an error message popped up. "Don't think about escaping. The fun hasn't started yet. Also, we've made sure you can't stop recording this footage. Your viewers will suffer the same thing while watching this as you are. We are watching you." I don't know who this we is, but it sure was creepy. I had no choice but to click start your death. I don't know what's happening, but it didn't look right at all. It seemed as if this was a suicide game, and this we wanted me to die a very severe death. Without any other thoughts, the game starts. Whoever wrote this really likes to switch from like past tense to present tense without any transitions. Like it's actually amazing. The 666.exe game, the game itself. Just tell the freaking story. What's the point of having like chapters? Like, were you so lazy that you couldn't just write the thing in one go? So you had to create several different stories and then combine all the stories together when like you had time? Like what? Holy F, what the heck is this? The first thing that appeared from the game was the pentagram with a body laying down on the floor. It stayed there. It stayed like that for about 5 minutes and then turned to static. After, it went straight to a multiple choice quiz with very horrific messages. The whole point of the game, for what I saw, is that the game shows you one very cryptic video of either massacre deaths or screams of pain and footage of someone's flesh being ripped apart by something. Then a multiple choice question appeared on the screen with a counter on the bottom. It appeared to me to be a number of how many gross videos you watched, quite freaky, and it turns out that you are forced to pick the right answer. If you pick the wrong answer, nothing happens. Well, if nothing happens, then pick the wrong answer, because then you can just be done with this, but whatever. I mean, I guess I should stop expecting actual effort out of this guy by now. It seems that he's beyond that. I managed to get through 23 videos until it turned very satanic and cryptic. The 24th video, the one I hated the most, was a group of people who seemed to be chanting of some sort of language I have never heard, and I don't think it's even a human language. I just needed to give that guy a round of applause for his very, very nice, very good English skills, because he probably spent a very long time perfecting his language with this. It's no wonder that this ended up on the Troll Pasta Wiki. I mean, I think if I was someone using the creepypasta wiki and I read this story, I'd probably just flag it immediately, because like I wouldn't even have a reason to flag it. Just it would suck like that bad. You see, kids, this is what happens when you don't check your English and make a very, very crappy story. It ends up on the Troll Pasta Wiki and has me reading it. Sounds too much alien-like to be a language. Also, now I think I've hit a dead end, because the video will just loop over and over. It won't stop. I'm guessing this is going to stay like this for a while, I said, getting all tensed up over what I was watching. Why can't you just turn the computer off? Like, just tell your fans that you're ending the stream and shut the computer off. Like, what is stopping you from doing that? It's not that hard. You don't even have to shut it off completely. Just shut the lid, and you don't have to play the game anymore. Like, I know it says that it was going to follow you whenever you were on the computer, but if you get off the computer and do something else, it's not a problem. I'm guessing this... Oh, yeah, I already read that. Afterwards, something caught my eye. Along with all this crap happening with the chanting, there seemed to be a chat box on the bottom left. It appeared to me that there was one user already on the chat. I was then relieved to see that someone else is having this experience. You want other people to go through the same thing that you're going through right now? Because if this really is that scary, then why would you want other people to be going through the same thing? Selfish little whatever. I clicked the text to see who else was experiencing this madness, And then a complete shiver came over me. Two users were there. Eddie Cool, my Congregate username, which is strange because I wasn't on Congregate this time and I had no idea how this was connected to it. And that dreaded account 666. How the F did it manage to get onto this? Was he the one who planned all this to happen? Was it one of those strange people who were chanting in the pentagram in the middle of the screen? I have no clue. And 666 appeared to be talking to me again. Here's the painful conversation. Oh yeah, because conversations can be painful because that's how your nerves work. 666, do you like it so far? Me? No, it's effing terrible. So much terrible things are happening. Do you think, like, whoever wrote this, like, speaks in, like, Russian or something and they just used Google Translate to, make it English? Because that's the only way that I can understand, like, the broken English here. Like, seriously, it literally sounds like this person just does not speak English at all. Like, I'm not just talking, like, as a second language. I'm talking as a 10th language. Like, whoever speaks this has very poor grammar skills. Haha, 666, haha, I love this. I mean, I can understand the chat because it's like people typing in, and most idiots nowadays don't really spend the time to capitalize or punctuate their sentences, so it makes sense why that would have poor English. But like everything else needs to have at least some quality to it. But like nah, it's just terrible. 666, haha, I love this. That's it. I'm turning this S off via mains. But via mains, what? What is that supposed to mean? Hold on, we're not finished yet. You still need to die for. What? Why does he? Like, if you go to the Troll Pasta wiki and read the story, it's like he doesn't just say stay in like the same person's chat. He actually like goes down and has another thing of the person chatting, but like it doesn't make like any sense whatsoever because like you could just have the same like chat box thing. You don't have to make two things for the same person talking. It doesn't make any. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, that would happen if people were chatting like this. That's a bit of realism. He did his research on the most realistic ways that people chat, but everything else is freaking terrible. Ticked off and angry, I took the plug out to find the computer still on. The conversation continued. What? That's not how computers work. If your computer is fully charged, then taking the plug out isn't going to turn it off. In fact, my computer is unplugged right now, and obviously it's running completely fine, so that's definitely not how computers work. So whoever made this is also an idiot and did not take English class. The conversation continued. Yeah. You, 666, you think you could stop us easily. Me, who is this, us, and we? 666, isn't it obvious already? Me, what do you mean? We're in front of you. The chanting, yes, we're the devils chanting for Satan to rise and murder you from the computer screen. We're the devils you are seeing now. Goodbye. From that point, the chat box disappeared and the final question came up. I was so petrified that I couldn't move. I turned into an inanimate object from what I just read. 666 is telling the truth. You'll die a horrible death. Do you believe this? Well, it doesn't matter if he believes it or not. You just said it was the truth. So, if it's the truth, it doesn't matter if the person believes it or not. He's gonna die. So, there's really no point in asking him if he believes this or not. The only answers were either yes or no. Well, hit yes or no. It's kind of a yes or no question. Like, seriously. Anyway, again, nothing happened when I clicked the wrong answer. Well, there is no wrong answer to that question. It's what you believe. So whoever made the gay... Okay, I have a bunch of freaking pop-ups from ByteFence who, whenever I try to use it to remove all the viruses on my computer, it asks for my credit card information, so I'm assuming that that's just a scam. Again, nothing happened when I clicked the wrong answer, in which this case was no, so I clicked yes, and then the game turned to black as a very demonic voice appeared saying these very words I still can't get out of my head. You're going to suffer painful death and a horrible sin. Make your prayers now. Yeah, this is Shakespeare worthy. My God. Then the game shut off on its own, and a message appeared saying, "No one's gonna help you now. You are free to do whatever you want, but the pentagram with us shall remain on this soulless computer. Every icon on your desktop and your C drives shall change into the very picture we talked about. You may stop recording now. Upload it quick though, or else we won't be able to share the secret of your death. I had a decision to make. Both are terrible. One is to upload the video as soon as possible until it won't be accessible to show the world this devastating game, but the evil spirit will travel along the sending to other people's computers." Dude, if you upload a video and you say that whoever's watching shouldn't play the game, then it's really their fault if they do play the game. Like, it's not your fault. You warned them. Like, if any idiot decides to still play something after, like, you tell them that it's dangerous, that's not your fault. It's whoever decided to still play the game, whoever decided to play the game's fault. So it's not your fault if someone still plays it after you tell them not to. You might as well just upload the freaking video, man. That goes with everything. Two, don't upload it to save other people's lives, but no one will believe me, and this evil spirit will remain on my computer. Well, all he said was that all the pictures will change to the same thing, but they'll all be named what they originally were, and you can still click on them and use them the same way that you used to. They never said you couldn't do that. So it's either upload the video and risk a few people being idiots, which happens all the time already, and not like upload the video and have all the picture and have all the icons on your desktop be the picture that they talked about. Like, I literally see no bad answer for this. Like, both of these things, like, there's literally no reason to be upset. I mean, yeah, all the pictures will be different, but again, they'll have the same names, they'll do the same things. If you upload the video, it's everyone else's fault if they decide to play the game. So, like I said, there's literally no wrong answer here. Like, no matter what you do, like, there are literally very few consequences. So, I don't see how this is supposed to be intimidating. I stopped the recording and went to sleep for the next day. So you slept the entire day? I mean, I sleep like less than... I got up at like 7:30 this morning. Like, I find it hard to like sleep at like 8 or 9 and then like get up late. Like, it just doesn't work for me. But I couldn't sleep all night. Okay, well, you know. Apparently nowadays no one can sleep and also can't have friends and also can't have girlfriends, so you're really just being relatable here. But I couldn't sleep all night. I was thinking whether to upload the video or not. Just upload the video. Again, it's everyone else's fault if they get cursed with it. And if they do get cursed with it, it'll be the same thing. All they need to do is upload the video of it to get the pictures off the computer. And if they don't upload it, all they have is the pictures on the computer. Again, like, just because Google has a picture of, like, the Pentagon or whatever, that doesn't mean you can click on it and still use Google the exact same way that you would use it before. This story literally has no... This has no threat. There's nothing to threaten anyone here. There's literally no wrong answer. And, oh, God. Okay. Around 11:53 p.m., which is so close to midnight. It is almost cliche, but I guess 7 minutes is far away enough. I decided to go back to my computer, and once I did get on, another message appeared, but this time it seemed more hard to read. I told you to upload to video as soon as possible. You only have 7 minutes. All tis to lat. Hurry up. It took me a while to decode the message, though. To decode the message. Jeez, it's me messing up here. It's not the pasta. So I guess I'll give him some credit for writing the code right and me pronouncing it wrong. Whatever. It took me a while to decode the message, though. It said, well, I just read it. I know what it said. Like, if someone has at least one brain cell, they can probably guess what all of that means. Yeah, sure, it's spelled with broken English, which isn't much more broken than the English that this pasta has already given us. But I think anyone could decode that just by simply reading it. It took me a while. Yeah, so whoever wrote this is like freaking mentally disabled if they literally take that long to decode a message that I could decode, a 13-year-old boy. And this guy's like supposed to be an adult or something, and I'm literally 13 years old. I'm not even in high school yet, and I can decode this on the first reading. It took me a while to decode the message, though. It said, I'm not reading that. I literally just read it. I was so frightened, but I didn't upload it. Well, okay, well, now you're going to have the pictures of it on your computer. But again, if all of the icons are just the same picture, they still do the exact same things, like I said already. So even by not uploading the video, there's literally not that much, to be scared of. Like, this is literally one of the worst creepypastas I've ever read, just by like a technical standpoint and by like the story. Like, the English isn't that bad. Like, I can forgive that, but just the story is so terrible. It's like, again, there is nothing to threaten any of the characters. It's literally, it's terrible. The user follows through chats. A week has gone by after that terrible message, and nothing out of the ordinary has happened. When I started the computer, all those pentagrams were still there. As usual, after the tragedy, I decided to go surfing on the internet for some Sonic and Zelda mixed games, but avoided to congregate at all costs. But something strange keeps happening. 666 keeps following me every chat I went to. Whenever I went to another chat on any other website, 666 kept appearing all the time saying this. 666, hello target. Hello target. What does that mean? What does 666 mean by target? I was so effing confused. I couldn't take it anymore. He would just follow me over and over through different websites, even when there wasn't a chat. Somewhere on the page, those two words kept appearing. Hello target. The final time was 666. Very, very poor English skills. I think this is all over. No, I thought this was all over. 666 seems to stop following me. He never said anything for the past 2 hours. I knew something wasn't right. Now, seeing as how this is the climax, I think I'm going to read the entire thing in like a Chills impression. And I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I think Chills and Chihiro Fujisaki literally just sound like the same people. In the bathroom. I always get so embarrassed with these introductions, is what she said. Well, at least he's gone now, I said to myself, feeling confident. I found an addicting Sonic game too, and I played through it for a while. I recalled the name was Sonic Flash or something like that. I've always chosen Amy Rose as the character to play. That's the. I made like a fan fiction with my friends like earlier this summer, and it was about like Amy Rose and Sonic, but I just called her the Pink Hedgehog because I didn't know what her name was. Yeah, of course I made the fan fiction as a joke, like supposed to be funny. I don't get off on fan fiction, guys. Please don't accuse me of that. As the character to play, though, since she's my favorite Sonic character, for various reasons I don't want to get on about, well, if she was in the Flash game, that is, I've stopped playing for a while and decided to read in some more creepypastas, but once I went to the home page, Cleverbot appeared out of random, oh no, oh no, oh god. It's Cleverbot again. I thought I said that I was done with Cleverbot, that I'd never talk to her. I mean, I might talk to her like once again in like a live stream or something if I'm bored, but I thought I said I'd never talk to Cleverbot again, and now she's reappearing in this story. The story is symbolically telling me to continue Cleverbot, but I won't continue it until a fan actually says they want more. Like, if the fan says they want more of something, I'd feel bad to not continue it, even if no one else cares. I thought it was Ben trying to contact me or something. Oh yeah, I have to do it in the top 15. Well, yeah, I can't do it in the Chihiro Fujisaki voice because it's a girl voice, but Chills' voice is like it's easier for me because I'm also I'm the same gender. Well, you know, people think that Chihiro Fujisaki is a girl, but yeah, you'll figure it out if you play the game. I thought it was Ben trying to contact me or something. I've always wanted to contact Ben, so I was kinda excited. But that all went away. Here's the conversation and the last of what I heard of 666. CB, you didn't do as I said. Of what? 666.exe, you never uploaded the footage. Oh, that. I didn't want to let you destroy other people's lives. Too bad, you're gonna die now. Oh, really? Yes, you owe us now. Oh, I think one of them should be this. Oh, you. What should I? I'm trying to think of an impression I could do. What? What? Okay. Oh, you what? Your life. .666exe can never be downloaded again thanks to you. Well, he should be happy then because if he really wants to stop other people from playing it, now no one else can download it. Well, lucky that it didn't get to anyone, but it went to you. So then, my death, you will see horrifying images in your sleep tonight and again for the next 5 weeks. I won't kill you though because I'm feeling generous. Well, what? You, okay, I'll talk about all of my criticisms when I'm done reading this because I think we're getting to the end now. But like, whatever. And what kind of images are they? Lots of images of people getting murdered and killed, flesh being ripped apart. This is the last time you shall see me. Get ready for your payback. Why are you doing this to me? Because the only way to live is to die. That is true. You haven't lived until you died, because you can't say that you have not lived until you've tried this. Like, no one's lived. If you're living, then you haven't lived because you're still alive. You're living. If you've lived, then you've died. Like, it's just common sense. Just think about it. Anyway, so CB is correct. The only way to live is to die. It's true. I was completely puzzled at that point, but I don't know why this happened to me, but not anyone else. But why me? Because your 12-year-old autistic brain can't handle this stuff. This is my fun. WTF? How did you know I was 12? And how did you know I was autistic? Oh god. Okay, well, I guess I feel bad for questioning the English before. Like, actually, if you think about it, I actually am older than how old the person's supposed to be writing this then. I'm also not autistic, so... Oh my god. Wait, I'm pretty sure the only reason why he said that, like, he was autistic and 12 at the end was so he could excuse the incredibly poor English, like, throughout the story. Like, throughout the entire story, he was just thinking, oh yeah, this is an awesome creepypasta. This is going to be great. It's going to be another classic. And, like, then at the very end, he just realized, oh my god, this is the worst thing I've ever read. Well, I might as well say that I'm autistic at the end, and people won't question it. But we did. How did you... What? Oh, yeah. Right. And how did you know I was autistic? In reality, I was in fact 12, but then turned 13 at the end of the year, and I am in fact autistic. Kinda scary how Cleverbot knew this personal thing about me. What, you're still talking to Clever... Oh, it says CB. Okay. Yeah, Cleverbot is even dumber than the 12-year-old autistic person would be, though. Trust me, I've talked to Cleverbot a bunch, and she is a complete idiot, so, yeah. I know all, and these images will stay with you for the rest of your life. I'm so freaked right now that this is happening. Hello, my name is Cleverbot. I knew that Cleverbot started normally, so I didn't say a word of 666. The aftermath and moral. For those 5 weeks, those images poured into my head. I still have these images now in my head, and to anyone who reads this, I think I know why this happened to me. When 666 appeared, I should have closed the window straight away, but because of my curiosity, I decided to go and look what mess I stumbled on. Now 666 could be anywhere. Please, if you see 666, don't go chatting to him. Instead, be wise and get the F out before he takes over your mind with cryptic images for 5 weeks. Yeah, just be wise, and you won't end up like me. I don't know what to do now. 666 appears all over the place still, but he never talks. Just stays on the list. I've told my friends and family about this, but they all say I'm just talking I'm just talking crap, and I'm just imagining things. I mean, I guess he is autistic. Trust me, this is far more worse than imagining things. So you spell imagining wrong once, but then you spell right later. Like, couldn't you have fixed your mistake, or were you trying to write a troll pasta now? So now you know what to do. Why am I writing this now? Well, here's the answer you've been waiting for. 666.exe and 666 have got me. I am their new toy. Okay, and below this there's a video, troll pastas 666.exe. I think that might be actually a Some Ordinary Gamers video. I'm just gonna let me click on this for a second. I mean, you won't see this, but I wanna see if this is a Some Ordinary Gamers video, because if it is, then I'm definitely gonna watch. Oh yeah, it is. It's a Some Ordinary Gamers video. Wow. So yeah, if you just got done watching this, make sure you guys go watch their video, because it's probably going to be way more entertaining than my video is. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you. Oh wait, yeah, I need to list my criticism about this pasta, this particular pasta. Now, if it was a troll pasta, like if it was intended to be a troll pasta, I definitely wouldn't be as like harsh with the criticism as I am right now. But this was intended to be taken seriously. Like, they actually wanted to sell this as a well, not sell this, you can't make money off of creepypastas, but they actually wanted this to be a legitimately terrifying, like, a creepypasta that you'd actually take seriously, and it's definitely not. It fits way more into the category of a troll pasta than, like, what it actually is. Like, this is... It's terrible, is what it is. It is absolutely awful. And again, like, literally, the consequences that he got for doing this, it's just not, like, it can't be scary. There's no threat. Like, no one is going to be scared of 666, of this guy named 666, because not only, like, does he not, I mean, there used to be a channel called 666, but, like, it's gone now, and I would assume he doesn't do this. You know, he or she. Like, whoever 666 is just gone from the internet. Or at least, if he is still there, he probably changed his username, and, like, he just used to be called 666, and probably just got a couple copyright strikes or something. I mean, literally. And again, I know I already said this, but there are literally no consequences for the character's actions. Like, after what he did, there's literally, like, there was either other people may play the game, but, like, that would be their fault if they played the game even after what he already said. And even if they did play the game, the only consequence would, like, have the image being shown on their computer. And, like, you know, if they don't upload the video for 5 weeks, they have images, like, creepy images going on in their head, but still, like, it's 5 weeks of creepy images. Like, if you ever, like, explored the deep web, or even just went, like, deeper into the normal web, you've probably seen some screwed up stuff, even some real gore, like on liveleak.com and stuff like that. Like, seeing gory images in your brain for 5 weeks is really not, like, a solid consequence for what he did. Like, I'm just saying, like, this entire pasta is not scary. There's no tension. There's no consequences. There's no fear for the person reading. It's just hilariously awful, and I give this pasta 1 out of 5. The only really redeeming quality is that, although occasionally there may be a spelling, like a spelling error, you can at least tell that they were trying. Like, at least the person was trying to make it good. So I'll give him some applause, and I'll give him applause for, like, him or her applause for actually making a pasta this long, because it could have been a lot shorter, but he decided to make it long, and he at least tried. But he or she didn't try very hard because it's still a very awesome pasta, and overall I give it a 1 out of 5. I'd like to know what you guys think about this particular pasta. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to read it, or if my reading of it was good enough. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.